everyone, Sammy here, and today I'm teaching you the best, fastest, and most efficient way to do Pet Pro. So starting with the first one is for the pet game. This one is pretty self-explanatory. You can do the maze game, I would suggest, the grumpy gobbler game, or the dance game. All three of these are significantly faster than the others, and this one right here specifically, the way of the ninja pig, that one takes forever, so I would not advise doing that. Now, even though it technically says you need to win the pet game, that is false. You only need to do good enough in the pet game, so I will show you with my corgi. Missed the first one, that's okay, we don't have to get it perfect. And then we can just get the last two wrong. And so you can see it's just okay, but that still counts. And then we feed our snack as well. And as you can see, that counted. Doing just okay is good enough. With the maze game, or this one, you only need to have a minimum score of, I believe, 45. And it's better to start on the outer perimeter and work your way in. Especially because sometimes you can just let the ghost go past you. You also don't need to get the clock. The clock just adds time, and we don't need a perfect score, so we don't need to worry about time. Okay, I'm going to stop here so you can see that this is good enough. We did not pick up any clocks and did not waste any time. We got 55. And that's actually awesome, which is better than just okay, which is good enough. Then we continue to feed our other snack. We're more than halfway there now. Or we're almost halfway there anyway. Now what I quite like about this game, Grumpy Gob, is that if you aim carefully, you can actually knock out the entire thing in one shot. That was a little high on my part. Even missing, it's still incredibly easy to do this quickly. It's faster than the cannon game in my opinion, because this one, even though you're only using 3 shots, you're getting perfect scores versus the cannon game where you could potentially get no points. And that was actually perfect, as you could see. That was a little high again on my part. I always tend to aim a little too high, but if you aim slightly lower, that would have been a perfect score in one shot. Also, if you want to, you can hit this exit out and you won't lose any energy. Now let's assume you have a new pet that you wanted to train. Let's assume you don't have a perfect pet because you're not a new player, you're a new player. So these won't give you the same rewards they would from the pet snack after a game. So you're gonna have to feed more than 5 snacks to them. Let me just quickly breeze. That piece went all the way around the world and came back before finally getting exploded. But yeah, we're gonna feed our corgi a snack. And you're gonna see that it still has more snacks to be fed. The reason is because the points are based on the pet's stage in life. So the corgi was epic, and that was giving us 5 points per snack fed. But this one is only a baby, so it needs more than that. It's only giving us 1 point per snack fed. The older the pet, the less snacks it requires to take it to the point value. Adult's probably the worst one to be doing. So when you have an adult pet or a baby pet, use your big snacks to get it to epic as fast as you can. Or to at least be done with it as fast as you can. Also, if you did not know, when you play one game enough times, you have this badge, and when you have the bronze badge, you can then skip the game. I don't think I can skip the cannon game because I don't believe I've ever played it before. Oh, I can skip it. So I guess it's just 40 times and then you can skip. But I would suggest picking just one so that you can skip if you have a pet that is not yet epic for snack feeding. Now, for the happiness, people always ask me, what's feeding a pet a snack for happiness? That one is simply this other snack for happiness, which you click the pet button, pet, snack, and then you just feed it a snack for happiness. There's 2 ways you can go about this. One, since this doesn't take energy, you can use your cheaper, lower snacks to get it there. Or, if you don't have a lot of snacks and you're trying to save money, feed it one of the big snacks. Like this pineapple is 30 points, and that's more than we need. So that's all 25 points right there in one snack. Next is the pet derby. There are 3 tracks that I particularly like with this, but I'm going to use our epic pet because why not? It's faster with an epic pet. So you could join the one that's already here, and that will be faster. But you can do this one right here, and it's actually the smallest course you can do. Now likely it's just going to be me because this was an unpopular track for some reason. I think because it technically says it's a hard track, but it really isn't. It's not all, well I guess it's kind of hard, but like it's not only small, but it gives you a lot of ways you can power up, like I'll show you. And because it is just me, there is no point using my offensive abilities. It's funny because I was playing with somebody the other day and it's like, wow, your bunny is so fast. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the idea of bunnies. Like you see the speed icon's a bunny here. I'm not editing this part out because I want you to see how fast this truly is. Under a minute in lap 1. God, I'm terrible at timing these. That's okay though, even being terrible at timing these, we are nearly done. And just like that, that's done in under 2 minutes. Alternatively, if you don't want to do an actual race, you could do the Unicorn Lake Path. And this one's very easy because it's not many obstacles, so you could just do that one and walk away. Like, have Discord or YouTube up on the side of your screen, reply to your comments or DMs, and then when that is done, you can just come back. You do have to actually confirm the match starts, but once you're in, you can really just walk away. And I'm gonna use Dumpling because Dumpling has Spiffy Pop on him, and that allows you to just teleport to whoever's ahead of you. So if you want, you could sandbag the whole race and then just come back at the last minute to Spiffy Pop and use your speed boost that you haven't used to win the race. It's kind of an unfair ability, but it's one that makes this way easier. Okay, so I'm back. I've walked away for a minute, so now this owl really sucks. So now we're just gonna pick up our speed, and then we'll use Spiffy Pop. And then that puts us right behind whoever's in front of us. And we just won the race, and there was really nothing we could have done about that other than having immunity or being really fast, which obviously these guys weren't very fast, since I went AFK for the majority of this race, and that owl was still like right next to me. I think they did the exact same thing, but they did not have Spiffy Pop or Spiffy Pop, whatever it's called. And there you go, you just do that 5 times, and you flip the points again. Like before, you don't have to actually win, you just have to participate in the race. And once again, I simply cannot express how much Spiffy Pop makes this easy. You literally just teleport to whoever's in front of you and just blow past them, and there's nothing they can do because they already spent all their morale to get where they were, and then you just came in at the last second and stand back them. Like, look at that, he's still coming. Poor guy. Never had a chance. Now for the last part of the Pet Pro is the hatching. And this is something that can be very costly and difficult to do if you're not calculating it carefully. However, I have discovered a bit of a hack. Some pets, like these stars, are worth 5,000 gold for their eggs. However, the minimum cost of hatching did not want this one. The minimum cost of hatching, if you use really dirt cheap pets with terrible stats, regardless of the base body, is 3,000. Now this one only sells for 50 gold, but if we had 2 of these stars, we could train the second one up and hatch the stars with the similar talents for 3,750 gold. We would sell the eggs for 5,000 gold and make a profit off of every egg sold, thus getting free hatching. We unfortunately were not lucky enough this time. However, my balance is lucky enough to have 2 pets that are worth the highest sell value for the minimum hatch cost. And one thing that's really unfortunate is that the hatching timer is every 24 hours, where the Pet Pro resets every day. These are not the same things because Pet Pro resets every night at midnight, where the hatching thing is every 24 hours. But not to worry, because you get this handy dandy. Oh, that's not the right one. We get the handy dandy Pearl Elixir. Oh, come on, did I already? These handy dandy Pearl Elixirs that I almost never use, but I will be using today because I want to make the video fast. I don't feel like waiting an hour. And this resets our timer. Normally I don't need this because I can just wait an hour, but I just really want to get this video done. So now we have are Hauntaman and our Firefly, both of which cost the minimum amount to hatch and will give us the maximum profit for the egg. So you could see 3,750, and then the egg will sell for 5,000. So we made a profit of doing this. So, unlimited free hatching, or rather, a free hatch every single day. There's also this, but I feel like that's more obvious. You just equip this and you get a free hatch. These I would suggest using with the kiosk outside. Also, if you do need to use the kiosk and don't have an X hatchery egg, so there are pets you can get for a reasonable price. I already have the burning pixie, so because of that, it does not cost me any crowns to hatch, what would normally be a crown a pet. And that is how you get all your points for the Pet Pro. There is one other thing that I briefly wanted to mention. If you have a mobile device and you wanted to, you can get the pet game and pet snack options done in the Grub Guardian mobile game. So you can do it on the go. So on your way back from work or school, you could do that. And then when you get on, you just have to hatch the pet and play the pet derby and feed the pet a pineapple, which only takes like a second. I hope very much that you found this informative and helpful, and I shall see you through the screen. Ta-da! Oh, and by the way, if you would like to hatch these adorable star pets that are the highest value and for the minimum cost, just head on over to our Discord and let me know in the hatchery channel that you would like to hatch them, and I will learn to hatch to you as soon as I'm able to. Ta-ta!